Hi everyone, Mike from NDG Music School here. Welcome to our virtual ukulele mash. If you don't know what a mash is, it's an event open to all where chords and lyrics are provided. A house band or leader will perform songs and everyone in attendance is encouraged to sing along and or play along on any acoustic instrument. This video is basically to provide the same experience but from home. How it's going to work is we're going to start off with a really concise lesson. I'm going to quickly show you how to play the chords and the strumming pattern for the song. Then we're going to do the mash part. That's where we play through it together and you're going to see the lyrics and chords scrolling. If you'd like to skip ahead to that part, check the timed link in the description of the video below. Finally, we're going to do somewhat of an advanced lesson where we look at some of the lead work and the solo for the song adapted to ukulele. Alright, let's dive into the lesson part. Our song for today is Island in the Sun by Weezer. So we're going to start off by looking at the chords. First chord that we have in the song is an E minor. How we do that, let's start with our index finger on the A string, that's the string closest to the floor, in fret 2. Then we'll place our middle finger one string towards the ceiling from there and one fret over in fret 3. Finally, we'll place our ring finger on the C string, that's the next one towards the ceiling, and that's going to be in fret 4. So if you take a look at the shape for our E minor, it forms somewhat of a diagonal line or a little staircase, starting from fret 2, going up towards the ceiling in fret 3 and 4. That's our E minor chord. Our second chord is A minor. This one is really easy and only requires one finger on the G string on fret 2. That's our A minor chord. The next chord that we have is a D chord. So we have a couple of options of how to play that. We can use 3 fingers, any 3 of your choice, all in fret 2 on the 3 strings closest to the ceiling. Another way we can do the D chord is by barring the entire fret 2 with our index finger and placing a finger of our choice, I'm going to choose my little finger, on the A string on fret 5. So that's an alternate way of doing the D chord. So we've got 3 chords so far, and we're going to end off with a G chord. So this one, we're going to start with our middle finger on fret 2 on the A string, that's closest to the floor. Then next string up, our ring finger is going to be on fret 3, and the next string up, our index finger is going to be on fret 2. That's the G chord. So those are the 4 chords that make up the verse. Let's go through that part together. All right, now that we have the chords for the verse, let's go through the strumming pattern. So we're going to start like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down. That's our strumming pattern. And you'll notice that as we're transitioning from one chord to another, sometimes a strum happens on no chord at all, and it's kind of in between on the transition. Let's try it again a little bit quicker. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Did you notice the parts where we had no fingers? And that's totally fine. That's part of the transition, that's part of the progression from one chord to the next in the song. Next up, we have the bridge section. So the bridge section is going to have a different strumming pattern and some new chords. So we're going to start on our D chord, and our strumming pattern we can do down, up, alternating, or we can even just strum down the whole time for the bridge section. So it's going to be down, and we'll do that down strum 8 times. Then we'll move to the G chord, which we remember from the verse, and we'll strum that one down 8 times. So we're going to do that 2 times in a row. So D 8 times strumming down, G 8 times strumming down, D 8 times strumming down, and then G 8 times strumming down. Let's try that together. Then we end off the chorus by going to a C. Here's how to do the C chord. All we need is one finger on fret 3 on the A string, that's the string closest to the ground. And we're going to strum that down 8 times. Then an A minor. And finally, our D chord. And that last one we strum 16 times. So let's put the whole chorus together. Here we have our D chord. And that's the bridge section. All right, now that we know how to play it, let's run through the song together. hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. When you're on a holiday, you can't find the words to say all the things that come to you, and I wanna feel it too. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fine I can't control my brain. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. When you're on a golden sea, you don't need no memory, just a place to call your own as we drift into the zone. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fine I can't control my brain. We'll run away together, we'll spend some time forever, we'll never feel bad anymore. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fine I can't control my brain. We'll run away together, we'll spend some time forever, we'll never feel bad anymore. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Feel bad anymore. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Thanks for participating. If you're sticking around, it's to check out some of the lead work and the solo in the song. So let's take a look at that now. We're going to start off with our ring finger on fret 4 on the C string, and our middle finger on fret 3 on the E string. So this is going to take place in the verse of the song, and we're going to go back and forth between those two notes several times. Give a listen. So 3 times. Next up, we're going to use our index finger on fret 2 on the E string. Leave your ring finger where it is, and we pluck that once each. Next up, we can bar on fret 2, and we're going to pluck this once again, alternating from the C string to the E string. Finally, we're going to place our middle finger on fret 3, back where it started, and we're going to pluck from the C string to the E string several times. Let's put all of that together. And that's the lead that takes place in the verse of the song. Next up, let's take a look at the solo. We're going to start off by plucking the G string open. Let's have our fingers ready on the highest string, the A string, that's the one closest to the ground, and the first 2 notes will be on frets 7 and 5. So our first 3 notes put together are... Now let's hear it a little bit quicker. Next up, let's slide our hand down, and we're going to have our fingers ready on frets 3 and 2 on the A string. Let's put all of that together. And we're going to end off with that 3-2 again. Next up, let's have our middle finger ready on fret 3 on the E string. And we're going to do this. Middle finger index finger, leave it where it was on fret 2 on the A string, and then lift it off and pluck the A string open. So let's put that part together. 3, 2, 0. And the last part will take place on the E string with our middle and index fingers, and it's going to be 3, 2, 3, 3. Let's put that whole thing together. So that's the entire melody for the solo, and it actually repeats a whole other time. So if we want to hear the whole solo together, we play exactly that 2 times in a row. Let's try doing that, and we're going to slow it down a little bit. Second repetition. All right, thanks for participating. Hope to see you at one of our live events, but until then, follow us on social media, check out our website, all the links you need are in the description below, and stay tuned for more videos like this.